I think it's time for a radio show.
Hello there. Thanks to Sean Tilley. He's back on Sunday from 2 with 2 hours of 80s heaven. And next Monday from 11 with 2 more classic top 20 countdowns. Thank you, Sean. So, Chrissy Teigen has quit Twitter. We're always seeing this, aren't we? Farewell messages to social media. Goodbye. I will be back later, though, to see how many likes this goodbye got.
It's true.
All right, let's do this.
This radio show's beginning to begin at the beginning.
Hit music now with Bill Allen on Radio 1. You are the best. Where hit music lives.
Bill Allen.
Hello, Monday.
Across the island and around the world. This is Radio 1 with Bill Allen.
Hit music with Bill Allen. Radio 1 Mallorca.
Senator Bernie Sanders will be in Alabama tomorrow to talk unionization with workers at an Amazon fulfillment center. It's a shame. If they'd signed up for Bernie Prime, he would have arrived today.
During a congressional hearing, Mark Zuckerberg confirmed that he was creating an Instagram for kids. Wow, an app filled with pictures of just kids? I mean, what could go wrong?
Greetings. Welcome to the show.
And now here to entertain you,
the finest broadcaster.
My favorite show.
Showtime.
It's all the same. Some things never change.
Kicking off the show today, Blacker and James with Broken Love at Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello, this is Phil Allen for Monday. Nice to be here. Glad you're there. Plenty of sunshine around this afternoon with highs up to 22 degrees. Tonight, remaining clear with lows overnight down to 13 degrees. Tomorrow, clear and sunny all day long with highs 21 degrees. Sunset this evening, 11 minutes past 8 and on the radio. This is Blusa and Big Noise featuring Ellis with I Know on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Hit music with Phil Allen.
Man, for a Monday show, this is easily as good as a Tuesday show.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Jody Harsh with My House. I love that. Jody Harsh. I dread to think what a drag artist based on Sam Fox would call herself.
nudge, nudge.
Anyway, this is Radio 1 Mallorca. My name's Phil Allen. Busy hour on the way. We'll have a Soul Train anthem in a couple of songs' time. Stand-up comedy round about 1:30. Bill Engvall on how he'd handle unruly airplane passengers. We'll have an old-school flashback classic, plus we'll open the birthday file as well. And we'll talk bacon. Quick hello to Riley, Amber and Ella in Palma on their 4-day work week this week. At Brockness Sales, good for you ladies. I hope you enjoy your upcoming extended weekend and thanks for getting in touch. If you'd like to get in touch with the show on Twitter and Instagram, it's at DJ Phil Allen. On the email, mail@phil-allen.co.uk. What a tune this is. Silk Sonic, that's Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak with Leave the Door Open on Radio 1 Mallorca.
This is Radio 1.
Now, hotter than ever, Phil Allen.
Sean Paul featuring Souk Award with Spaceship on Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello there, this is Phil Allen. We're going back in time with a Soul Train legend tune in moments from now.
If it's a hit,
It's here.
Radio 1.
Phil Allen.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca. It's stand-up comedy time right now. Here's Bill Engvall on how he'd handle unruly airplane passengers.
If I could have another job, you know what I'd do? I'd work for the airlines, and my job would be to dress in street clothes, and I'd carry around the skinny part of a fishing rod. That real flexible part. And when somebody did something stupid, you just pop them on the neck, right there. So they got this big old red welt. So when they walk in the terminal, somebody goes, oh, you screwed up on the airplane, didn't you? And the airlines are scaring me to death, man. They had a plane land in Dallas with no wheels. What do you got, pilots power sliding into airports now? Get off. When I read about that plane land with no wheels, my first thought was, where do they put dogs and cats on airplanes? Right underneath. So you know that plane was skidding down that runway. There was some dog down there going, hey, 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 hey. This ain't right. I'm telling you, Scruffy, something is wrong. My toenails are gone.
Bill Engvall. Here's a tune called Bela Riddim from Simon Faber and Yvonne Bach on Radio 1 Mallorca. You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca, and in today's breaking makeup news, now Zoom meetings are becoming the norm, but us fellas might need a little help trying to look our best on camera.
You're a man, and you've got skin. Lots of it. Make it work for you with a new line of revolutionary skin ammo from Manstain.
Okay, I'm sorry, what is Manstain?
It levels up your mug for peak appearance performance.
So it's makeup.
Nah, dude, makeup's for girls. Manstain's just for the guys. Annihilate redness, vanquish fine lines, and block impurities with Manstain Double IPA Tinted Dude Fluid. Manstain Mascara for maximum alertness. And Meat Lover's Guy Shadow Eye Dirt Pizza Compact.
Phil Allen.
Where to I order? Here's Annabelle England with Underwater.
Radio 1 Mallorca. I can't.
Phil Allen.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca. It is Monday, March 29th, 2021. Did you remember the clocks going forward thing?
Oh my God, what time is it?
What time is it?
What time is it?
An hour late.
Nearly an hour late.
Do I need to time-explain clock reading to you?
Did you forget?
You set your watch the wrong way. You didn't set your watch forward.
This daylight savings thing is trash. I feel like I'm hungover and I didn't even drink.
Oh, I hate Mondays.
Especially during daylight savings time.
The show must go on.
It must. Just a couple of days left to go in March. April Fool's Day is Thursday.
April Fool.
April Fool, mother...
And today is the 88th day of the year, and since there are 88 keys on a piano, they made this Piano Day.
Happy Piano Day, the 88th day of the year.
That tune makes you want to have a pint.
Afternoon, everybody.
What'll it be, Norm?
Fame, fortune, fast women.
Yeah? How about a beer?
Even better.
Cheers. John Tyler, the 10th US president, was born on this date in 1790. One of his more remarkable achievements, after office, he became a father again at the age of 70. If you're keeping track at home, between his first wife and his second wife, Tyler fathered 15 kids. Not much on TV back then.
Truer words were never spoken.
Coca-Cola was created on this date in 1886, mixed up over fire in a backyard in Atlanta by a man named John Pemberton. Pemberton made Coca-Cola as a medicine to cure stomach aches, headaches, and hangovers. Ironically, today many people overindulge by drinking it with their pal Jack to create hangovers.
I'm Lindsay Lohan, and I love the taste of alcohol.
Former tennis star Jennifer Capriati turns 45 today, so if you see her, you might say happy 45th, love. Lucy Lawless hits 53 today. She's now Xena, Princess of Saga Cruises. Jill Goodacre, Mrs. Harry Connick Jr. turns 57 today. Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Elle The Body McPherson also turns 57 today. Terry Jacks, who had a hit with Seasons in the Sun, but now has to stay out of it, turns 77 today. The brilliant Eric Idle of Monty Python turns 78 today, and half a B. He's a lumberjack, and he's okay.
Say no more, now what I mean, nudge, nudge.
Please live forever, Eric. And finally, if you love bacon, but eating it just isn't enough, now you can wear it on your feet. Or at least, you can wear shoelaces that smell like bacon. On Friday, Oscar Mayer announced that it had created bacon-scented shoelaces and will be giving them away to fans. Now, advertising budgets aren't as big as they used to be, so here's how they cut corners on this current promotion.
Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer.
Bacon-scented shoelace.
That is what I truly like to be. 'Cause if I were an Oscar Mayer,
Bacon-scented shoelace.
everyone would be in love with me.
Actual odds of everyone being in love with you because of your shoelaces that smell like bacon may vary. Oscar Mayer is not responsible for your lousy love life or your creepy bacon fetish.
Thank you. Here's Rehab with Stars Align on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Can I go back to the days that I had you? Phil Allen.
Monday Hour 2.
Across the island and around the world. This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen.
Hit music with Phil Allen.
Allen, Radio 1 Mallorca.
Big news is we now are the Democrats want to sell this, a $3 trillion infrastructure plan, which is, infrastructure in the broadest sense of the word. It includes childcare, energy efficiency in buildings, 5G, rural broadband, retraining of workers, lots of stuff, roads, bridges, ports, rail lines, redoing the electrical grid, vehicle charging stations. It sounds very ambitious considering the last guy couldn't build a wall.
Into hour 2 on the show today, Michoud with Voices in My Head. This is Radio 1 Mallorca. I'm Phil Allen. Nice to be here. Glad you're there for Monday. Plenty of sunshine. Highs 22 degrees this afternoon. Tonight remaining clear with overnight lows down to 13 degrees. Tomorrow clear and sunny all day long. Highs tomorrow 21 degrees. Sunset this evening 11 minutes past 8 and the sea surface temperature around Mallorca is at 15.3 degrees. Coming up in this hour we'll have another Soul Train anthem for fans of the Soul Weekenders. Our stand-up comedy bit at around 2:30. Brad Wenzel on Popeye and Courtroom Gavels. We'll have a flashback classic from the old school and in your showbiz update, audio today from Jimmy Fallon, James Corden and Bill Maher. Hi to Natalie, Hannah and Holly in Calvia. They would like to wish their friend Sienna Carter a happy 21st birthday, sending lots of love. Happy birthday, Sienna. Have a great day. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Phil Allen. Via the email, it's mail@phil-allen.co.uk. Hit music now. This is Promised Land featuring Sandy Chambers with Someone Else on Radio 1 Mallorca.
I don't believe that I have no risk. Hit music with Phil Allen.
I am a perfectly good person, but when I drink, the alcohol makes me say and do things I wouldn't normally do.
Nice.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
Thanks for listening. This is Radio 1 Mallorca. Stand-up comedy time now with Brad Wenzel on Popeye and Courtroom Gavels.
I'm skeptical if Popeye was really in the Navy. Just because he calls himself the Sailor Man. I don't know about that. If in real life someone came up to you and was like, I'm the Sailor Man, you'd be like, cool, a drug addict found a hat. Not enough comedians are talking about the courtroom gavel. Here we go. I think the courtroom gavel is weirdly primitive for the situation. If you had to explain that to somebody, you're just like, a courtroom, what's that? And you're like, oh, it's like the thing that makes us a society. It's very official. You're like, okay, and what's that the judge is holding? Oh, that's the be quiet hammer. They still do it that way. It feels like they are figuring out what they should do for that, and a gorilla was like, you know what I would do? Have you tried banging a stick on a thing so they know you're the boss?
Brad Wenzel, here's Dombrowski and Camden Cox with Do You Remember on Radio 1 Mallorca. You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca, and in today's breaking vaccination news, while the vaccination program here in Mallorca has been criticised by one or two people from time to time, the same cannot be said for our American cousins, who have even more good news for spring 2021. Even more people there are actually getting vaccinated. Even more are excited for their turn. Here's our latest Quarantune USA edition.
There is encouraging news on the COVID vaccine front.
2020, 24 hours from now, gonna be vaccinated. I spent 2020 home all alone, wanna be vaccinated. Just get me to the doctor or get me to the nurse. Hurry, 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 I don't care if it hurts. I hope it doesn't linger or affect my brain, cause last year was a pain.
Record numbers of people are now getting the shots. In fact, 1% of the entire U.S. population got a shot yesterday alone, and millions more doses are on the way.
2020, 24 hours from now, gonna be vaccinated. All the anti-maskers are driving me insane. They should be vaccinated. I wanna see a movie, I wanna see a show. Shoot it in my arm now, come on, I wanna go. Can't lose another year now, it made me feel too old. Too old. Now, get me vaccinated.
Phil Allen.
Thank you. Here's Mr. Jam with Kenny Lee with Good.
Radio eighth wonder in my eyes.
Phil Allen. Showbiz Update.
This is Radio 1 Mallorca. Here comes your Showbiz Update for Monday. Let's start with audio from Real Time with Bill Maher.
I know why you're happy today. The vaccine now, as of April 1st, a few days later from now, is going to be available to people over 50. So agents all over town are calling their clients and saying, don't do it. It's a trick to make you admit you're over 50. That's how we handle things. But it's so funny. You know, you can get the vaccine of any age if you're a smoker, an ex-smoker, or live in a crowded neighborhood, have a handicap. And the thing is, you don't have to prove any of this because we are always aiming to protect the key sector of the LA economy, liars. And, but you know, you can just tell Americans, we just want to get out of the house. We don't even have to have exactly the old lives back. Just don't make us watch Nomadland. That's really what's on. No, you see what's going down in Florida, spring break there in Miami? Oh, the kids are going nuts. They're out of control, as they should be. Kids should be out of control. They're refusing to wear masks, which, in their defense, how are you supposed to tell if your potential hookup has herpes if they have a mask on? It's spring break, people. Can you blame them? If I'd been locked up with my parents for a year, I'd want to snort Xanax and twerk on a squad car, too.
Bill Maher. Now, Sharon Osbourne has exited The Talk after allegations of misconduct and racist remarks. The show is set to return to TV on April the 12th. Demi Lovato said her engagement to Max Erich was an attempt to prove to the world she was stable, as reported by BuzzFeed. Sesame Street is adding 2 black puppets to their cast to help teach about race. Now, I didn't realise Kermit, Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch and Bert and Ernie were white. The first trailer for James Gunn's The Suicide Squad has arrived. Let's take a listen.
You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
This coming from a guy that wears a toilet seat on his head.
We don't leave one of our own behind.
Hopefully Harley's still alive.
No funny business, Colonel. These are dangerous people.
Team 2 is clear to go.
Fire up. 3, 2.
What are you guys doing?
What?
We're here to save you.
You were gonna save me?
It was a really good plan, too.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
That's patronizing.
I'm so sorry. Harley Quinn.
Blood sport. Here's the deal. We fail the mission, you die. If we find out any information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
If you cough without covering your mouth.
Harley, although that isn't an open invitation for you to cough without covering your mouth. This is suicide. Well, that's kind of our thing.
Next up, more audio. Here's a clip from The Late Late Show with James Corden.
President Biden gave his first official press conference today. He would have given one sooner, but he spent a full month deciding if he should call on reporters with a point, a finger gun, or a wink, and he landed on all 3. Biden answered questions about the border and voting rights and even asked a few questions of his own, like, who are you people and why are you in my house? At one point, Biden mentioned his time in the Senate, and to be honest, he's even more experienced than I thought.
I believe we should go back to a position of the filibuster that existed just when I came to the United States Senate 120 years ago.
Wow.
Comically speaking, it should be a less believable number of years. Do you think? Although I like it. I hope Biden fully leans into comedy on this, like brings out a stool. You know what I mean? Another thing with a little glass of water, sits on the stool, you know. Pass legislation on how dating is weird nowadays. Then later, Biden was asked about running for re-election and the subject of Donald Trump came up and it caused Biden to get a little nostalgic.
Have you decided whether you are going to run for re-election in 2024? You haven't set up a re-election campaign yet, as your predecessor had by this time.
My predecessor needed to. My predecessor. Oh, God, I miss it.
Yes. Tell you what, malarkey alert.
James Corden, Emma Stone and her husband, Dave McCary, had a baby on March 13th. You'll be seeing Kristen Stewart as Princess Diana this autumn in a new movie called Spencer. Bindi Irwin and Chandler Powell welcomed a baby girl into the world on Friday. Lifetime is working on a third Harry and Meghan movie. The founder of the 1990s hip-hop group Arrested Development failed to pay royalties and give proper credit on its song Africa Inside Me, a New York songwriter is alleging in a lawsuit. We've heard that J-Lo and A-Rod are still trying to work things out, but J-Lo was photographed the other day minus her engagement ring. And finally, here's audio from The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
One of the big moments from the press conference was when Biden said he expects to run for re-election in 2024. Kamala Harris was like, first he puts me in charge of the border crisis, now this. Hell of a week. Listen, I'm not picking sides or anything, but if it's 8 years of falling up airplane stairs and dog attacks, sign me up. Let's do it. Meanwhile, Fox News is upset because Biden didn't call on them for a question. Oh. They're so hurt. This morning they did a show called Fox and I Thought You Said We Were Friends. That's right, Fox is mad they were left out. It's kind of like your bully being offended that he's not invited to your birthday party. Like, but I just gave you a wedgie this morning. But Fox News had a lot of very fair questions ready to go. Questions like, sir, how long have you been a lizard person? Stuff like that. Oh. Well, Illuminati joke, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, here's some big tech news. Yesterday, Georgia Republicans built a time machine back to 1875. Check out their new law.
The bill signed last night by Republican Governor Brian Kemp is seen by critics as a collection of voter suppression tactics. The new law goes so far as to bar volunteers from passing out water and snacks to voters standing in lines which are much more likely to be longer in black neighborhoods.
Yeah, the state of Georgia just passed a new law that restricts voting. So let's just say the law is so racist, it already has its own warning label on Disney+. When he heard about the law, Vladimir Putin was like, I'm so proud. They learned to rig their own elections.
Jimmy Fallon, here's Major Lazer featuring Sia and Labyrinth with Titans on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
I mean, what's not to love?
That's it from me for today. Stick around for DV with Essential Afternoons up next. Live to the Maldives from 6 with Des and Drive Time. I'll see you tomorrow from 1.
Oh, my sweet darling. Oh, my dearest love. I'll count the hours that you're away.
Bless you, Trish.
Well, that's our show.
It's over.
What?
It's over.
It is over.
Is that it?
That's it. Everybody still awake?
Will you come on already? I just can't stand these long goodbyes.
All right, big finish.
See you later. This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen. Phil Allen. Spread the word.
Yeah.
And the love.